Hi guys! So I had the idea to read a really trashy romance novel out loud with costumes and mood lighting. So, here we go. This is Lord Rivington's Lady by Eileen Jackson. And it is really, really bad. "Marry me, Georgina," he murmured. "Marry me. Soon." She began to struggle, but her efforts to free herself were unavailing. She stopped and looked straight into his eyes. "I will not marry you, sir. I hate you, and worse, I despise you. I abominate you for what you are and for the cruelty and oppression which you represent. When, if I marry, it will not be to one such as you." The Earl's face darkened beneath the contemptuous lash of her tongue, and his grip tightened. Georgina cried out, "You are hurting me!"
"Good," he grated. "I would like to hurt you more. You have said unforgivable things to me."
He moved with cat-like speed, and she found herself imprisoned within the circle of one arm, while, with his free hand, he forced her chin up and her head back. As once before, his saturnine face came closer to hers, until his breath was warm on her mouth. He paused, and she tried to speak, but no words came, and she realized with horror that she wanted him to kiss her. Rake, libertine, man of no principles he was, but with all her mind and body, she longed for his lips on hers. She glanced quickly into his eyes before she closed her lids, but that look was enough to tell her that he recognized her innermost feelings. His lips came down on hers with passionate hunger, and she felt herself responding. Without volition, without control to stem the rising tide of her own need, she returned kiss for kiss, until he thrust her from him and stood panting.
"What are you?" he rasped. "You offer me hatred and contempt, yet your kisses tell a different story. This is something new to me."
Shame flooded her. "Leave me, for God's sake," she begged. "You are wicked. You make me—" He reached out for her again. "Georgina!" But she eluded him and ran across the room. With a muffled oath he followed, stumbled over a small stool, and almost lost his balance. She had time to wrench open the door and escape to her room to throw herself with a strangled cry on the bed. "I hate him! Hate him!" she sobbed into her pillow, but even as her lips formed the words, her heart told her otherwise. She could not help herself. She loved Alexander Rivington, no matter what he was, but she could not marry him, and she had rejected him in a manner which must have left him with the impression that she was a wanton with principles which stemmed only from her tongue. No woman who was not a shameless coquette could have kissed him as she had just done, especially after protesting her loathing for him. And there you have it. That was Lord Rivington's Lady. Remember that time we made out with a fish?